this is Mrs. Neubauer, and let's work on our penmanship. So, why is the letter T so important to a stick insect? Because without it, it would be a sick insect. Okay, so today our lesson goal for number 8 is how to write the first loop letters E, L, and B. Okay, so you guys are doing a great job of distinguishing cursive letters, and we only do about 3 or 4 a day. So just continue to keep on thinking in your head what it looks like and then write it down on the paper. So basically there's like a mind and hand connection. So when we get to words, don't worry, words are coming up. We'll be able to remember and create that not only mind memory, but mind muscle memory too. Okay, so let's do some warm up first, and then we can go over the letters. So we're doing our loop letters. We're going to do little loops, just half of from our bottom to our dash line, and then we're going to do big loops all the way to the top and the bottom. Big loops, little loops today. So let's do some little loops and big loops. Good, warming up those muscles. So let's just do our fingers right now. So little loops. And big loops, big loops, big loops, big loops. Okay, so basically that's all we're doing today. So if we just warm up our loops, we're good. Okay, so what do they look like? They look like this. So we're used to our printed letter E, so you can see on the back it's a little different than mine, isn't it? So basically it's just a little loop coming up to that dash line and coming down, and the end. Our L, remember L when we printed was just a straight vertical line. This one's a little different. So L is curve, come up, do our loop, curve, come down, and end. And our B. So just like the L, because a lot of our loop letters, we're going to have the second and third coming up here. So lots of loop lessons coming up. Loop it up, and this time we're going to curve it back a little bit. You can almost close it. Some people close their B's and some people don't. And then we have our exit stroke, just like we did for our O. So E, L, and B. So 3 letters to practice. If you haven't already, make sure you're sitting up straight and giving me L. Remember those ears over your shoulders, and you're just looking down with your eyes. You're not going down with your head. You're going to have some really sore neck, and you're not be sleeping well. You're like, ow, 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 all this from cursive class. Ah. So I want to make sure you have a nice L, a nice good habit of posture, as we call it. Okay? All right, I'll change the camera and we can get started. All right, so you haven't already, make sure you have a writing utensil, as we say, a pen or pencil. Make sure you're holding it correctly. You're not clenching down. Nice and light, ready to write. You have printed off number 8 loop letters 1, or lowercase letters E, L, and B. So just to help you remember what they look like in print, you can see on the printed font what it looks like. So just like we've been doing, trace over the letters by staying in the lines and try some on your own. All right, so loop letters, these are fun. I love the loop letters. So we have 3, we're gonna have lesson 9 and 10 also be loop letters too. So loop letters, really fast. Basically, they're like what we warmed up with. You're gonna just curve up, come down, and curve back, and be done. All right, so let's practice. Oh, we have quite a few E's. So we're gonna try to stay in the lines, try not to go over that dash line, and trace over mine. Now don't go too fast, don't get too confident on me. Make sure you're still writing your letters. Good. So staying in the lines, curve, come up, curve, and come down. Loop letter, so this is half of the paper size for our row, would be an E. So think of E as an 8. Starting off with the E. E is in a lot of letters, a lot of words. So you're going to be writing E quite a bit. So the nice thing about E is it's fast, fast, fast. So we can see at the top we have an E in trace, an E in over, an E in the, an E in letters, 2 E's. So we have lots of E's just in that sentence in our directions. Okay, so now try some on your own. So you're going to curve, come up, curve back when you get to the dash line, and curve and go out. All right, so we got our E and our E. Good. Now some people do more of a curve kind of in the middle, and then they come down with their E. And it almost looks the same to me. It's up to you. If you don't like how the E looks, you want to do a little bit of curve going out to the side, that's up to you. But and then if you look at everybody's cursive, they do E's all different, so it's up to you. All right, so continue E, 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 E. We're going to stop there if you want to stop the video or pause the video, I guess, and then I'm going to do the L. So you're more than welcome to continue your E's. So L is just the same, it's just 2 all the way to the top, so double the length of the E. So one big continuous curve, a little bit straight as you come down and off to the left. I'm sorry, off to the right. So let's just trace over my L's. Remember, I made these worksheets, so you should be able to also write the same as me eventually. Once you get your muscles established, your memory established. So L is a very, it's a lot, in a lot of words, and you'll write L together in different words too. So L, it's a really fast letter, just like your E. Nice loop. L as in loop. Good. So nice L. All right. Now when you get to the last trace, I'm going to slow it back down. L. So curve and come up. I'm going to curve, come to the top, curve a little smaller curve, curve and come down. So there's not really much straight lines on this. It's nice and curved the whole time. So if you're going to write L as in lion, you would just continue on to your next letter. Remember, cursive is one big string of letters. So continue practicing your L's. You're more than welcome to pause the video. Otherwise, let's start the B. All right, so B as in berry. Connect. Okay, so we're going to have, just like our L, L, exactly like an L, but this time when we come down and curve at the bottom, we're going to bring it back up to the dash line and have an exit stroke like our O or our V. So let's try that again, or W too. So not a lot of letters start or end kind of in the middle. So that was another B would end. So loop our L up. L is going to turn into a B by bringing it back to the dash line and have our exit stroke. And I said it earlier on my visual, some people like to connect in the middle, but you don't want to have too much of a white space, but some people like to connect it. So everybody's B's will be a little different. So loop and come up, loop down and back. Okay, so right now you're practicing just a standard cursive, and then over the years, your cursive ends up having more of a character of its own. So continue to have people write cursive for you so you can see all the different ways they might write their B's too. Okay, and our B. Lots of B's to trace today. Woo! These letters, they don't take up much space, so I guess I made a lot for our worksheet today, didn't I? Okay. Last one, our B. So yeah, if you don't have it close enough, it'll look like an L with a weird thing coming off the side, so you want to make sure you're doing it correctly. I mean, right now it might look like L with a weird thing coming off the side because this is maybe the first time you saw a cursive B. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so now it's on your own. So make sure you slow it down. Make sure your hand's probably getting tired. Don't cramp up and start clenching your fingers around your pen or pencil. All right, curve and come up. Loop it back down. You're going to bring it back up and bring it to the side. Okay, now I'll just show you a different B when I'm talking about. Some people like to have their B's. They go all the way back and touch, and then they come to the side. So some people write B's like that. I like to just have a little space. It's up to you. Okay, so the last 4 rows are just like we've been practicing for other worksheets. You're going to have your E. This looks like your warm-up. So if you remember on your lesson number 2 warm-ups, we did a lot of this. So you're already practicing making your E's. And continue on. And your L's, same thing. We got our loop. Bring it up and down and up and down and up and down. Very repetitive. You can continue on. And the B's. Okay, so remember B is one of those that ends in the middle. So you're just going to do like a little curve and come back up and down and then curve and come back up. So a little different. So if you're going to, continue like B for berry, you would have your E and then that E would come down. All right, so E, ELB, ELB, ELB. I keep thinking of ELF like a elf. ELB, 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 and you continue on to the end. So lots of loop letters. This was our first one for today, the easiest of the loops. Once you get that loop down, you'll be set to go. Okay, so I feel like we accomplished our goal number 8 of learning our first loop letters, learning how to write the E, the L, and the B. So we have a little loop, big loop with an extra stroke. That's a little different. So that's the thing about cursive. Each letter has a little bit to do with a different letter, but it's a different way of writing all on its own. So remember to keep practicing, and progress over perfection.